Hi everyone. I decided that I wanted to share a pretty exciting story with you guys for today's blog instead of writing it. I just wanted to tell it. So, as you've noticed, the last four posts of mine have been about artists whose work I find particularly inspiring and just really stunning and fantastic. Um, I've been posting those because during this last month and a little bit before that, I've been doing a lot of growing, a lot of searching, a lot of work, and trying to figure out my schedule for 2016. I have had a lot of big projects this last year, namely starting a comic, doing Comic Con, working, oh goodness, working on a lot of stuff. and working on my branding, working on getting a new website up. And so it's been a little bit crazy. And so for 2016, I wanted to figure out what I was going to do that was going to be successful but not as heavy loaded. That would just allow me to take on new projects, but also really successfully complete old projects and just really work on growing personally as an artist. So over the last few months, I've been talking to different artists and I've been getting their stories about how they've grown, about how they've worked business wise, and getting little tips and tricks from them. And two suggestions that I've gotten a few times were to look into Chris Oatley and Will Terry, whose information I will link at the description of this video. And so, after hearing about these two men for quite some time, I checked them out and listened to their podcasts, listened to the videos that they have available, and I've learned a great deal of stuff. And so, with trying to figure out 2016, I had a very hard time initially planning it. I was planning on working on, I had been asked to do 4 different children's books by various people. I had been asked to work on an additional webcomic, and I had, I'm just counting them now, 4 personal projects to do on top of business plans that I had, on top of trying to continue to get pieces of my art in galleries and whatnot. And so it was going to be crazy. From what I could estimate, all of it was going to take over 2.5 years to do. And I was not sure how to do it all because I wanted to wrap up some of my personal projects by the beginning of next year. I just want them wrapped up nice and tidy with a bow and allow me to really focus on some new projects that I'd like to announce probably sometime in the beginning of next year when I can start them. But I was really excited about it and really frustrated with how much work I had piled on. And so after listening to particularly some videos of Will Terry's, I started finding that I was going about things wrong. And so I took most of my commissions that were not paying or that were planning on Kickstartering and paying later. It wasn't the best business sense, and I knew it. I just really, really, really wanted to get work and take off, and I was really impatient. And I looked at it and I ditched almost all of my list. I narrowed my personal projects down. I narrowed my focus to mainly the comic and one personal project. And that will allow me to take on commissions as they come. That'll allow me to do work that'll branch out. But if you are looking for some amazing artist advice, I would check those two guys out. Again, they're going to have the information below in the description linked for you. But it has been super eye-opening. I have relearned old techniques that I should have remembered but haven't been using, which is super embarrassing. But It's a good reminder that I really needed. I have learned new techniques that I've never heard of um, and never seen before in digital painting ever, which has been really impressive. I know that some of the people that I blogged about, the artists, for the last 4 weeks, they I've looked at their art and I've looked at some tutorials that some of them have had, and that's helped a lot. That's definitely changed my style and helped things go a little bit quicker, helped it go a little bit smoother. But then I look at these guys and they had some fantastic tips. And I've been doing this for about 2.5 years now, digitally painting, and I've read a lot of tutorials. I keep reading more, but I thought I had a pretty solid grasp, but oh my gosh. I've learned a lot. So I'm definitely going to be working on my style this next year. I'm definitely going to be trying to focus on growing, and I found that last year and the year before that, it's been pretty scattershot, so it's been really difficult to try to grow a portfolio that's going in a specific direction and even grow any specific style. And so that's definitely the goal for next year. That's what I'm aiming for. I don't typically do New Year's resolutions, but this year I guess the timing's right. And so that goal would be my New Year's resolution. Um, so yeah, I am excited for this coming year. I think there's going to be a lot of cool projects that I'm going to be able to share with you. The comic's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to share the story with you guys. We are soon going to be exploring the town of Westport with all of the Fae that live there. And that is going to be a challenging thing to draw, but it's going to be fantastic to explore. And so I'm excited to show you that. And yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy your holidays, and I hope to see you next year.